Hello, how are you? Welcome to my video. This is Grandpa Hickory. I got my tea. Hope you got your coffee. It's cold here in Texas. I don't know, you might have a cup of tea too. This is good tea. Cheers. I love this. I've been up and running ever since I got up this morning. I was up nearly all night long last night and finally fell asleep about 4:15, somewhere around there. Got up at about 6:20. I've been up ever since. Had a lot of running I had to do. I had, errands to do. So I've been on the road quite a bit today, and I did go walking. I didn't get to walk backwards and sideways. They're doing construction there, and the floor is all messed up. I told Miss Jimmy today, and Mr. James, that they're probably going to have to use solvent on that floor. And I said, most contractors, they clean their own mess up. Boy, Miss Jimmy started hollering. And man, she commenced telling me that they didn't do that. Well, I'm standing there looking at that mess on the floor, and there are boot marks all through it. I didn't say anything, people. I kept quiet. I noticed Miss Jimmy, every time Mr. James tries to say something, she hollers out and yells at him, and he just shuts up and sits there real quiet like. He got on his little walker today, was out there struggling along trying to walk, and I always try to encourage him. He's not doing well. Mr. James won't be around much longer. I mean, he's got a lot of problems with his heart, and he's just got a lot of medical problems, medical issues. And Miss Jimmy, I'm afraid she does too, that's undiagnosed. And she's a very hard-headed person, and I'm afraid she's going to end up having a stroke. But I didn't say anything. I just commenced, doing my walking. And then this woman came in, this big fat lady come in, and she takes her blouses, lays them down, and sprays perfume, cheap perfume. Then she puts the blouse on, and then she gets her sweater, and she sprays her sweater on the back of it, and then she puts that on. Then she puts a heavy coat on, and then here she comes in there, and here she goes walking, and here I am walking, my nose itching, my eyes itching and running, my throat hurting from breathing the chemicals of those cheap perfumes. And see, if you try to tell somebody like that, listen, those chemicals you're putting on your body is absorbed through the cells, and it goes into your body. And those chemicals have all kinds of bad effects on your health. Well, if you try to say that, boy, I tell you, Miss Jimmy, she comes unwound, boy. I mean, she knows everything, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't say anything. I kept my mouth shut, and I just kept right on going. Miss Jimmy was cocking an eye at me. She was just waiting for me to say something. But no, I had to keep walking, breathing that horrible stuff. So I cut all my exercise, and I cut it out. I stopped when I got 3 miles walking, and I got out of there as fast as I could. But I don't think I'm going to go tomorrow because they got a cleaning crew coming in tomorrow, which they're illegal aliens, and they're females, and they come in, and they don't speak English, and they're going to be pouring all kinds of chemicals, and I've seen them mixing ammonia with bleach. And then when I try to tell them that, that's that boy, Miss Jimmy, jumps up and leave them alone. Let them do their work. So I don't say anything. I just very promptly get my coat and stuff, and I get out of there, because I'm not going to stand here and breathe the fumes from ammonia and bleach. You don't mix those two together. It can be fatal. It creates a gas that can be fatal. You can't tell Miss Jimmy, though. She knows everything. So, I told the Lord today when I was walking, I was praying, and I told the Lord, I said, Lord, I let him know. I said, I'm depending on you, Lord. You're the one that's going to have to do this. I need my own place out in the country, Lord, where I can walk on my own homestead. And I won't have to go up there. Miss Jimmy turned that thermostat I think she had it on 90 or 92. And it dries my sinuses out. It dries my eye sockets out, and I start getting a sore throat from all that dry, hot air. And she looked over at me, and she started hollering out, telling them people in there, I had some people tell me it's too hot in here. And you know what I tell them? And they said, what? What do you tell them? I tell them to go outside, stand outside for a while if they're hot. Well, that's not what you go up there to do. You go up there to walk. You're exercising. You're working up heat. No one is supposed to put the thermostat on 92 degrees. But you don't tell her that. So, you know, I don't go up there to argue with people, but I'm not going tomorrow. I'm not even going up there. I'm not going to go up there tomorrow. I'm going to go Friday and check it out and see how it is. I sure wish I had somewhere else I could walk. If I only had my own place out in the country, then I could do my own walking. I wouldn't have to put up with anybody. You know what I'm saying? You know, people, we all just have to do things for ourselves. And I want to show you something right quick. I went to Walmart's, and I went there today, and I normally buy the Walmart brand, but they only had 2 Walmart brand, and then they had these 2. These here were $3.56 a piece. And I used to pay $1 for this right here. I used to pay $1 for the Walmart brand. Now it's $3.29 for the Walmart brand. And this is the Walmart brand right here that I purchased. And I love this stuff. And people, this is so good for you. Now, I want my own place in the country where I can raise my own tomatoes and make my own tomato juice. But as it is, it's Johnny no can do. I'm a city boy living in the city. I'm a country boy living in the city, excuse me. I want to live in the country, but they've made it so hard on people buying property. They've gone crazy here in Texas. They think they're Californians or New Yorkers, and that everybody coming in, they're going to have to pay California and New York prices because they said so. Greed, people, greed. That's all it is. And we're the ones stuck in the middle, you know, wearing them t-shirts with that big finger like this pointing over at them that says, I'm with stupid. And then down below it, it says, you can't fix stupid, S-T-O-O-P-I-D. And you can't fix greed either, people. Can't fix it. Can't fix it. These people are, they're forcing so many elderlies out. They're moving into storage places. They're living in their cars. They have nowhere to go. I mean, when you take somebody's Social Security away from them, how are they going to live? How are they going to make the car payment? How are they going to pay their insurance payment? How are they going to pay their cell phone? How are they going to buy groceries? How are they going to pay their light bills? They can't. They can't. And then what do? 1 year later, they go up on them again. Well, guess what? Then they kick them out because they don't, and they show them, they say, this is all I got right here. And they boot them out. They kick them right out. So we got 4 apartments out here right now that are empty. And, you know, like my son told me, he said, Dad, they're going to come after you. They're going to do the same thing to you that they did to those other people. The handwriting's on the wall. Well, people, you know, I'm praying, I'm trying. I am trying. Now we got all this cold air and cold wind coming in, and I can't go out and walk properties looking and checking. I like to put an eyeball on the place I'm buying. And number one, the land's too high anyway. The asking price is way too high anyway. So, you know, that's the situation that I'm not the only one that is facing. Everybody is. We're all suffering under what's been done in our nation by these people on the left that are in power in Washington, D.C. But anyway, hey, you hit the like button, subscribe. I'm Grandpa Hickory, and I'll be seeing you on the next video. And you have a good day, and you people stay warm. Goodbye from Texas.